So I know I have spoken a lot about the 37-degree mark, or the 6% CO2. Mostly I've spoken about higher degree temperatures or body temperatures, which are warm. But right now there is one more thing which is critically important in an IVF lab is the refrigerator. Is the place where you store the media for preparing your dishes or IVF cycles, as well as your vitrification, thawing, your oils, everything cold. So it's important you check the temperature of the fridge as well. So generally on the reference range of refrigeration for say the media or oil should be between say 5 to 10 degrees. So it's important you keep checking that. And please remember that if you are in India, we do not have say different seasons. We generally have just majorly two seasons, which is either the summers or the monsoons. So depending upon the different say weathers, keep changing the regulator in your fridge, because that makes a lot of difference in terms of the output of the refrigerator and how it's keeping your media and cold storage. It is extremely important. Okay, so apart from those quality checks that we do, there are a few other say materials that we use to ensure that these machines are maintained very well. Now what are these? I've been carrying this particular black colored pen since the beginning of the video. I don't know whether you noticed, or I don't know whether I held it up so to be visible. This is a marker. Now this marker is a VOC free marker. Okay, why do we use this is because if you see the benchtop incubators, they've got particular say magnetic strips on which we can write and we can erase. Okay, so we maintain the patient names on those incubators, or sometimes we use these to write on the cryo devices that we are freezing, on the dishes that we are preparing. So for all those aspects, a VOC free marker is something that is a very critical instrument. You might feel that it doesn't make a difference, but mind you, it does make a lot of difference. Okay, because all the other non-VOC markers have some proportion of alcohol in it, and alcohol is detrimental for any of the individual gametes or the embryos combined. Okay, so please don't neglect this particular small factor. Apart from that, we generally use these wipes or tissues in the normal term. Now these are by Kim wipes, by a particular company, Kimberly Clark, you might be knowing this, and these are specifically made for laboratory use. Because why? They do not have any particles that they leave behind like the other normal everyday use tissue papers that you see. Alright, and the most important ingredient for making use of those Kim wipes is a solution called as O-Safe. Now this is again an odorless solution which has been designed to be used in an IVF laboratory. So if it has been designed to be used in an IVF laboratory, then why use something else which is not designed specifically? Why do you use say only a benchtop incubator and not a heated chamber? Why? Because they are specifically designed to do the job which they are supposed to. Similarly, this is for an IVF lab. So it does not have any alcohol in it, and it's odorless, like I said. Okay, any small amount of particles or any material that can give away any invisible particles, odor, any amount that is going to affect or be detrimental for your lab. Why? It's going to change your VOC readings. And coming to my last aspect of the quality control check is a VOC meter. Now this VOC meter is not an expensive instrument. It will cost you between 30 to 50,000 rupees, but it's going to be a everlasting device to tell you the health of your lab. Okay, there are different parameters. We are today in a corona world where we have always been used to hearing green zone, orange zone, red zone. Similarly, your VOC marker also, or the VOC meter also has these three markers. Red, that means your lab is dying. Okay, orange, that is it's like an unhealthy air but it's surviving, and green is like the best zone. Okay, so it gives you parameters, and depending upon what parameter your lab is, you take actions depending upon that. And I'm sure your VOC meters and your QAQC parameters will have some answers which you are looking for, or they will always contribute positively into something that you are seeking for. So don't neglect these factors, and ensure that every day in the morning you document all these say parameters and store them in an Excel sheet on a daily basis, and at the end of the month just draw a chart to see how that graph is showing, whether it's going evenly or whether it is very erratic or whether it's going steep down. Okay, keep a note of that, and I'm sure that is going to solve a lot of your doubts. That's pretty much about it when it comes to QAQC. But I just want to part by saying it's the most important activity of the day. Don't ignore it. Okay, thank you very much.